Kind of an unexpected video. I know I just posted yesterday, so this is a little out of the norm, but this news about EA being bought, I really couldn't ignore it. Electronic Arts is one of the biggest names in gaming and just got acquired for $52.5 billion. And that's not just a number, that's the largest leveraged buyout ever of a public company, and it's bigger than anything we've seen in gaming before. The buyers are Silver Lake. They're a massive tech-focused private equity firm and Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. The same fund that's been pouring money into sports, entertainment, and tech. So what does it mean when one of the biggest publishers in the world, we have to remember EA is the home of Madden, The Sims, Apex Legends, Battlefield, Need for Speed, suddenly goes private under new ownership? And more importantly, what does it mean for the future of gaming? First, let's talk about why EA. Electronic Arts has always been a powerhouse. You've got EA Sports FC, Madden, FIFA Legacy, Apex Legends, The Sims, Need for Speed, Battlefield. They're franchises that print money year after year after year. Even though EA has taken hits to its reputation over the years, we all remember the loot box controversies, microtransaction backlash, rushed launches, and they're still an absolute juggernaut. Now here's the thing, EA's value isn't just in the games they release every year, it's in their business model. EA was ahead of the curve with digital services, live service games, and their EA Play subscription model. Silver Lake and the Saudi PIF saw an opportunity here. Gaming is a $180+ billion industry that keeps growing. EA represents reoccurring revenue, loyal fan bases, and endless ways to expand globally. So the $52.5 billion price tag, that's not just buying a company, that's buying into the future of digital entertainment. Now let's bring this down to the ground level. What does this mean for us, the players? First, let's go over maybe some potential positives. Bigger financial backing could lead to better polished games and less risk cutting. EA Play could expand, maybe even bundle with other subscription services. Apex Legends, Battlefield, Sims, they might get more stable support. But here's the big worry, consolidation. We've seen this before. Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard, Sony bought Bungie, now EA gets swallowed up by private equity and global funds. That means fewer independent publishers, less competition, and in the long run, prices and creativity could definitely suffer. Another concern that popped into my head recently is Saudi Arabia's PIF being directly involved. They've been aggressively investing in global sports and entertainment, golf, esports, and now EA. For some gamers, that raises ethical questions about influence and creative direction. So the question becomes, will EA games start reflecting the influence of investors more than the needs of the players, like we've seen so many companies do, especially now? This deal is also a snapshot of where the industry is going. We're entering the age of gaming consolidation. A handful of giants will control most of the IPs. It's kind of like how the streaming wars work currently, between Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon. Now in gaming, we've got Microsoft, Sony, Tencent, and now Silver Lake, plus PIF controlling EA. And love it or hate it, subscriptions are the future. Imagine Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, EA Play, all competing to be the Netflix of gaming. If you want Apex Legends, Madden, Sims, FIFA, you'll likely be pulled into these bundles in subscription services. That's the dream for investors, reliable, reoccurring revenue. But what about the creativity aspect? Smaller studios might actually be the ones that save gaming innovation, while these giants focus purely on profit. We've already seen indie studios push boundaries with storytelling, mechanics, and style, while big publishers pump out sequels and live services. This buyout might accelerate that divide. So the big question, what happens next? Let's talk about branding for a second. EA is likely to stay EA. The name still holds too much value. That's not going anywhere. In terms of sports licensing, FIFA may be gone, but Madden and EA Sports FC aren't going anywhere. Those NFL and soccer deals are long-term cash cows, and also live service games. Apex Legends and Battlefield, which is coming out with their newest iteration very soon, will probably be their biggest experiments. So expect even more focus on monetization and long-term engagement. And what about innovation? This is where things can get interesting. With Silver Lake's tech focus and Saudi money behind them, EA could get into AI-driven design, cloud gaming, or even VR and AR expansion. So imagine The Sims becoming the testing ground for metaverse-like experiences. But let's be real, investors aren't buying EA for art. They're buying it for profit. And the future of EA depends on whether Andrew Wilson and his leadership can balance creative ambition with financial pressure. He's staying in charge, which might stabilize things, but only if he has real freedom. This $52.5 billion deal is historic, the largest leverage buyout ever, and it's not just about EA, it's a signal that gaming is no longer just entertainment. It's one of the most valuable industries in the world. For us as players, this could mean more access and bigger budgets, or less creativity and more corporate control, but it's most likely probably both. So I'll throw it to you guys. Do you think this deal is good for gaming, or is it just another step toward monopoly shaping what we play and how we play it? Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I cover the intersection of gaming, business, and marketing, and this EA story is just the beginning of where this industry is headed.